My Lord, I'm indebted. Now, Lieutenant Colonel, yesterday when we adjourned, we were dealing with paragraph 17.9 of your affidavit exhibit DD in brackets 5.
17.9. Point 9.
Point 9, yes. That's the photograph of the firearms.
No, we will not.
Yeah, right there.
Not busy with that.
Now, as a startup question today, how do you tell Lieutenant Colonel, if a photograph was taken from a particular cell phone device?
I can't tell from which device it was taken. Like I explained, this is a Facebook image.
Yes.
So that was taken off Facebook,
Yes.
and it was saved on the phone.
Yes.
Uthola kanjani ke ukuthi isithombe sithwetshulwe kusetshenziswa muphi umakhalekhukhwini akusiyonto leyo ke ongayenza ke kodwa ngishilo kuma ngifakaza ukuthi isithombe lesi esathathwa ku Facebook sase siyasave kumakhalekhukhwini.
But then let me give you this scenario. I take a particular photograph with my own cell phone device. If you, as a digital forensic analyst, want to check when this phone was taken, where do you go?
When this photo was taken?
Yes.
On the metadata or the file form, the file name.
Uma ufuna ukwazi ke ukuthi isithombe lesi ke sathathwa nini masathwetshulwa nini ke uya la kubhalwe khona ufile name.
Okay, no, the date created, you'll see there. Created 21/01/04.
Noma la ekubhalwe khona ke ucreated ilapho ke ekutshengisa khona noma ekunikeza khona i-date.
I can't tell when this photo was taken because it's not on his camera taken.
Yes.
It was a Facebook
Yes.
image that was saved, and it was saved on his phone on 21/01/04 at 15:38. It was saved on his phone.
Angeke ngisho ukuthi ke if umakhalekhukhwini wakhe wona ke isithombe lesi asithathe nini ngoba ke isithombe lesi esatholakala ku Facebook manje isiyasho ke lapha yana ukuthi ke uma esayisave ke esayithathile ku Facebook kwakunge 2021/01/04 isikhathi u15:38.
Now, we will come back to this aspect that we've just mentioned, but I want to come here with the metadata of the photo. What will the metadata contain? What details will it contain?
Metadata is on your phone itself.
Yes.
Okay. So if you go to other photo, let's go quickly to paragraph 17.6. To 6.
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, that's a photo.
Yes.
Okay, so the metadata will tell you exactly there when it was taken,
Yes.
and what equipment was used. If it was the specific phone.
Lokhu okubizwa ke ngokuthi i-metadata kubhaliwe khona lapha ezansi uzakutshengisa ukuthi i-date yini isikhathi nokuthi futhi yiphi ifone eyasetshenziswa.
That was the point that I wanted you to clarify for me, that the metadata amongst the details, it will show you if it's set, the equipment manufacturer, correct? And it will also show you the model of the device and the time and date the photo was taken.
That's correct, yes.
Okay. And if I share or edit a photo, will that change the metadata of that photo?
No.
Uma kukuthi isithombe lesi ngasithumela ke noma ke khona ke ngishintsha lapho kodwa le mininingwane yona ke ebhalwe metadata angeke ishintshe.
It will change on my, if you share your photo from your phone, it will come on my phone, but there won't be metadata because I didn't take the phone itself.
Yeah.
So that is taken on that phone itself.
Uma kuukuthi wena ke lesi sithombe usithumela kowami ke umakhalekhukhwini mina ke angeke ngibe nako lokho ekubhaliwe lapha yana umetadata ngoba akusi mina owathebula lesa sithombe.
Now, if we go back to paragraph 17.9 of your affidavit, exhibit BG, in brackets 5.
Yes.
Let's put it here on the screen so that they can also see it. Let's go down. Now, you've already explained the term created, what it means in relation to a metadata. What does it mean when it says the photo was modified on the 04/01 of 2021?
When you received it, let me just check if all modified. If it's modified, you did something on that photo. So if you saved it or you modified that photo, so it was created and then modified, so it's saved.
Yes.
So it was saved in this was in the archives. We recovered that.
Uma kube usetshenziswa lelo gama ke ebhaliwe khona lana ke modified kusho ukuthi ke kukhona ke akwenzileke kwisithombe lesiyana ngoba kubhaliwe lapha isikhathi noma ke ilanga noma isikhathi esenziwa ngalo created bese kuthi ke modified kukhona ke okwenziweke wase eyasave efonini yakhe.
Yes, if we look at the created, the time will be 15:38 and 21 seconds. Modified will be a second later, 15:38. No, it's the other way around. Modified, it says 15:38:20, and then created 15:38:21. But now, below that it says it was accessed on the 4th of 01/2021 at 00:00:00. What does accessed mean? What does it mean that it was accessed?
You went into the photo, so that's the according to the metadata, according to his telephone. So
Ngokusho kweqembu lakhe ke ukuthi ngalesi sikhathi esibonisa u00:00:00 isikhathi ke awangena ngaso noma ke abheka ke isithombe.
And then what does the attributes mean? Because I see on the
it's
side.
archived. It was saved under his archived files, his backup files.
La nekugcineni ke makubhala ama attributes esibhaleke no archive ukuthi ke yila isithombe asave khona noma esasigcinwe khona.
Now, you remember yesterday I put a proposition to you that accused number 1 has already told this court, and it's common cause that he was arrested on the 16th of June 2020. Sorry, accused number 2 was arrested on the 16th of June 2020. And at the time he was arrested, 2 cell phones were confiscated, seized from him by the 2 arresting officers, and that he's never had access to those phones again. Now, if we look at the created, modified, accessed, all of that takes place in 04/01/2021. That will be sometime later after his arrest. Do you want to comment on that?
I can't comment. This was not created by me. This is created by the system. The downloading system took that from the phone data on the phone.
Uthi ke umeli nanjengoba bengikutshelile ke izolo ukuthi ke waboshwa umsolo wesibili uma eboshwa ke labo abambopha ke bathatha umakhalekhukhwini bakhe ababili uma sesibheka ke la ekubhalwe khona kule mininingwane elana ama date 2021/01/04 ukuthi lokho kwenzeka kamuva ke eseboshiwe kukhona yini ongakusho lokho uthi cha kulokho akukho engakusho ngoba ke lokhu imininingwane lena etholakala kuyona ke isystem ithola kuyona iphone le.
The point really that I'm making is the following, that accused number 1 denies that he created and stored that phone. Accused number 2, I'm sorry, my lord. Accused number 2, he denies that he created that Facebook image or downloaded it in his SD card, because at the time he was not in possession of his phone. It was in the custody of the police officers.
I can't comment on that. I didn't have it in my custody, and this is according to the data that was created on that day, not according to me.
Umsolo wesibili ke uthi ke lokhu ke ukuthi lesithombe yena wasithatha ku Facebook noma ke wasenza nje babhali ku Facebook laphayana uthi cha akusiyena wakwenza lokho nanjengoba ke umakhala ekhukhwini ngaleso sikhathi wawungekho kuyena wawugcinwe amaphoyisa thike mephendula ufakazi akukho ke engakusho noma engakuphendula ke kulokho ngoba ke umakhala ekhukhwini wawungekho kumina ngaleso sikhathi imininingwane leta eyatholakala ngalendlela ebonakala ngayo.
Yes, sir.
Then let's go to paragraph 17.9.1, and it says another picture of firearms that was deleted and recovered by download, and it will be found on the extracted data of page 1863 of 5471.
That's correct.
Now, you explained yesterday that the picture in 17.9 was deleted, but then through extraction and downloading, it was recovered. Is that your testimony?
That's correct, yes.
Bona ke bufakazi bami ukuthi lesi sona ke esetshenziswayo lana ke isipham sona ke sasusiwe noma ke esasidilithiwe kodwa ke saphinda satholakala ke masebenzisa inqubo zethu noma indlela esisebenza ngazo.
I can't say if it's the same one.
Yes.
It can be a double one that was saved and that was deleted. So it can be that it was saved twice and he deleted one.
Yes.
Because this one is still on his phone, so I can't say it's the same one that was deleted. Maybe he saved it twice and then it was deleted. This one was found in the deleted folder.
Angeke ngithi isona ke noma ke esodwa ke mhlawumbe ngenzeka ke ukuthi ke sasave kabili sase ke esodwa ke siyasula ke noma ke siyadelethwa ke kodwa lesi sona ke satholakala kulezi ezadelethwa noma ke ithombe ezasuswa.
Okay. Now I see the file format or the file name, so not the format itself. It says cuffed and then raw whatever, but the term that I'm interested in is cuffed. What does carving of an artifact or a data mean?
It was changed. Could have been changed.
Lana ke uma bhalo legama elibhalwe lana ngaphansi kwaso isithombe ukhapha kusho ukuthi ke kwangenzeka ke kwangenzeka ukuthi sashintshwa.
And from your analysis, it didn't tell you when it was carved or changed?
No, it's deleted, so that came out of the carved file. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sasidilithiwe ke ukusho ke ukuthi sabuya ke noma sasuka satholakala kulawo ma-file.
And you testified also, and you were shown Exhibit S, that will be Sergeant Mabasa's download for a telephone that allegedly belonged to accused number 3. And you were shown this photo on 17.9 to compare with the download by Mabasa. And you opined that they looked similar. That is the photo that is of a firearm like this in Mabasa's download and the photo in your exhibit DD. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Kuyiqinisoko ukuthi umshushisi ungitshengisele izithombe ezimbili ke ethi esinye ke ilo esasidownloade uyena uMabasa esinye ke ilesi kulobo bami ubufakazi ngathi ke yebo ziyafana.
And now the thing is this, perhaps if we go to that exhibit, Manot, if you can exhibit as that particular photo in Mr. Sergeant Mabasa's downloads be shown, because there's one just aspect that I want to clarify. that the photo from Mabasa? I want to see the metadata here. I know metadata. On the highlighted part, I just want to confirm this. What is the file name there? What will it say?
Image of IMG dash 20140527 dash WA 003 2014 03.
Thank you, Warrant Officer. Now, right there, if it says image, and I'm not putting it as a supposition, I want you to clear it for me. Does that mean here, this photo, because it says image, it was taken via a particular phone, or was it also a download on that?
This was taken by a particular phone. Different phones save it under different names. Mine will say as pic and the date and the time.
Yes.
That one is image. So that photo was taken in 2014-05-27.
Mage ibhalwe loya image noma loya IMG kusho ukuthi ke ithathwe ke ngokusetshenziswa umakhalekhukhwini othize mhlambe ke eyam izobhala upic ibhale ke nedate lena ke iyachaza ke ukuthi lesasonto sathwetshulwa ke ngazo ngo-2014 nge-27 kwinyanga yesihlanu.
Okay, that's fine, but we accept that on your exhibit DD5, this one is not an image, it's an FB message image because it's an FB
Facebook image.
Facebook image, that's correct. Yes.
Yebo kodwa ke kulobo bami ke ufakazi ngishilo ukuthi sona lesiya isithombe soka Facebook.
Now, if we go to your, I'm done with the firearms because we've already denied knowledge of storing them or any knowledge of them at all. Let's go back to paragraph 17.8 of your exhibit DD 5 in brackets 5.
Yes.
Yes, that one will relate. It says, photo that was taken on the 29th of October 2020 of a newspaper article about the current case. And it will be at page 697 of 5471 of the download. Yeah, that's one.
Yes.
If it is. Again, let's go through the same sequence. The file name, what does it say and what?
Image
Yes.
dash 2020-1029 dash WA0053.jpg.
Lana ke kubhaliwe uma sibheka kulesike isithombe IMG image 2020-1029 WA0053 JPG.
And it's moving. And right there where it says image and the numbers and JPG at the end, what will it tell us regarding whether it was taken from a phone or was it a download? What will it tell us?
This path will tell me it was from his camera because it's saved under his DCIM, under his card, under the card of the phone.
Lana ke iyangitshela ke ukuthi ke kwasetshenziswa ikhamera yomakhalekhukhwini yakhe wakhe ngoba ke kuyasho kunalowa khona kubhalwe uDCIM ukuthi ke ikhamera yomakhalekhukhwini wakhe yasetshenziswa.
Excellent. Now, what does DCIM mean in digital forensics?
That's your SIM card, your memory card. It falls on your DCIM card.
iSIM card yakho noma memory card
No,
yakho
memory, not SIM card.
Sorry.
Memory card.
memory card yakho ke iwa ngaphansi noma ke ingena ngaphansi kwaleya kubhalwe khona DCIM.
But the term DCIM, what does it mean?
I can't tell you now exactly what it is.
Okay.
Ukuthi ke usho ukuthini ke uDCIM lona ngeke ngisho ke manje.
And it shows that it was taken from the camera because what was the date on which it was created and the time?
2021-01-17 at 17:56.
Iyasho ke lana ukuthi kwakungu 2021-01 okay 01-11 isikhathi ke u1756.
And the time that the image was accessed?
2021-01-11-0000.
Nesikhathi ke eyabhekwa ngaso noma ke angena ngaso ke kusona ke isithombe lesi iyasho ukuthi u2021-01-11-0000 isikhathi.
Again, the same routine. At the time, this image was taken with that phone from the camera of that phone. Accused number two will tell this court that he was already in custody from the 16th of June 2020 without the access to take even this photo. So he did not take this photo.
I can't comment on that.
Ukuthi ke ngalelanga ke isithombe lesi sithetshwa ngaso wayeseboshiwe ke yena eboshwe nge-16 ka June 2020 ngakho ke wayengekho kwisimo sokuthi wayengathola lesi sithombe akukho engakusho kulokho.
Okay. Now we're done with that picture. Let me think. I'll come back to these other pictures. Now I just want to ask you general questions for clarification purposes. From a digital forensics point of view, from the expert's point of view, with the new smartphones, when I save an SMS or a message, on which file will it be stored?
The new phones
Yes.
will be saved under your messages on the phone itself.
Kulamafoni amasha abizwa ngokuthi ama-smartphones. Uma usave ke imessage izosave ke kuma files in the phone. Phone isaveka kuyona umakhalekhukhwini uqobo kuma message akho.
And say, for example, in the instance of this case, where the phone itself is password locked or is pattern code security locked, and you cannot download the phone, therefore access cannot be, extraction and downloading cannot occur on the phone.
That's correct.
Right? Then, and what do you call this? A SIM card is successfully extracted, but it shows that certain messages are also on the SIM card. How does that happen?
That's old phones. This is an old phone. This is not the new technology. This is a styler.
No, it's the Samsung J5.
Okay.
It came in 20.
It all depends on how you save your backup. So if I get a message, you can save either on the phone, it will save under the phone, or if it's a message, it can also save on the SIM card, yes. You see there's a lot, even the numbers, you can either save it on a SIM card,
yes,
or you can save it on the phone.
All right.
Kuyafana ke nakuma number, ama-messages ke kuyasaveka ke ku-phone uqobo noma kuyasaveka ke futhi ke nakwi-SIM card.
Okay. Now let's go to Annexure 8. That is the annexure to your affidavit, which is communication between accused number 2 and a contact identified as Lungisane.
Okay.
Now, in terms of your analysis, what is the cell number that is attributed to the contact Lungisane?
277159512339.
Inamba ke liyaqeda ibiza ehlanganiswa ke nalo osavwe ke lana nanjengolungisani ku 277159512339.
Okay. And your analysis is that the SIM card that was used and the number related that to will be the 276090168990. Is that correct?
What's the number?
On SIM card 1.
No, it
Which one
wasn't.
will
It's
that
not. If you look, it's not SIM card 1. SIM card 2 was used.
Or SIM card 2, yes. The
SIM
number.
card 2 277255057056.
Yes,
Where's that?
yes, that was my mistake. Yes, I see that.
Okay, akusiyona-ke le qeda ibiza wena-ke inamba usim card 2 mawubheka-ke inamba 2772557056.
And if you go lateral to the right, it says Fisokuhle Ntuli at Lungisane, and you say accused number 5 with attributed number 2771-595-1239. Do you see that?
Say again, where? Which
Where
one?
it says on your right, Fisokuhle Ntuli at Lungisane,
Yes,
accused 5, and the number attributed there too.
that's correct.
Yes.
Yebo-ke uma ubheka-ke kwesokudla-ke ngale kubhaliwe Fisokuhle Ntuli Lungisani inamba-ke u-277159511239.
Yes. Now, my instructions from accused number 2 is that he does indeed know this Lungisani person. And that Lungisani person is not accused number 5, Fisokuhle Ntuli. It's a different person at all.
I can't comment on that. That's according to the database I received, and that's the analysis I've done.
Umangalelo wesibili-ke angitshela khona-ke kusho umeli-ke manje ukuthi yebo uLungisani loya obhalwe khona laphana uyamazi, kodwa-ke uLungisani loyo akusiyena unumber 5 uFisokuhle Ntuli. Uthi-ke mina akukho engakusho lapho, mina-ke imininingwane lena engiyitholile-ke laphana la egcina khona-ke imininingwane kumakhalekhukhwini.
My Lord, if I
Yes.
to approach. I am in that head, my Lord. Thank you. Now, just to enumerate that point that Lungisane is not accused number 5, and the number attributed there that does not belong to accused number 5. Accused number 2 instructs me that Lungisane's surname is, I'm not even sure that I should mention it in court, let me leave it. But he instructs me as follows, that they are allowed to make calls from the public phones at prison where he is accommodated. And he does speak to this person on this number on weekends when he's allowed to phone.
I've already, if I just can go back to my testimony, where I, in paragraph 15.2, 15.2, let me just check that number, 15.2.1.
On the DD5.
Yeah. Page 11.
Yeah, I'm there.
Esabheka-ke la ufakazi ummeli uthi-ke le number-ke futhi umangalelo wesibili angitshela kona ukuthi-ke le number lena-ke ebhalwe ngaphansi kwegama likaLungisani akusiyona inumber-ke yakhe umsolo wesihlanu, futhi-ke uLungisani umuntu-ke asakhulumisana nayo nangama-weekends uma bevunyelwa-ke noma benesikhathi sokuthi-ke bafone usebenzisa-ke ama-public phones uyakhuluma naye ngama-weekends.
There I've explained that that number of accused 5, accusing Ntuli, with cell number 271759511239. 9951239 was saved on the SIM card as Lungusani. This number was identified as my amended, was identified by Colonel Stein and the investigation team and through 205. And that is what, that's because this number was identified by the investigation team.
Yes.
Not by me,
Yeah.
by the investigation team.
Uma efunda ke lana kuloku akuvezileke lapha u15.2.1 kuyasho ukuthi inamba kaFiso Kuhle Ntuli u-accused 5 and the cell number u277159512339 yayisaviweke noma isaviweke kwi-sim card kwi-sim card ngaphansi ke konumber u75 nanjengolungisani futhi ke washo ke ukuthi inamba lena ke yakhonjwa ke kena ke wayitshengiswa ke yena uKenneth Stein kanye nalo ithimba eliphenyayo liphenya icala leli kanti futhi nangesikhathi ke sebenza isicelo ke kulaba abasebenza ngama cellphone lokho okubizwa phecelezi ke nanjengo section 205 so uthi akuyena ke umuntu owathola le number kodwa inamba lena ke awatshelwa lokho ngayo.
Okay. Are you done with your response?
Yes, just want to check something. Yes.
Okay. Now, as you correctly point out, and yesterday you confirmed this, you never had access or perused the Section 205s that were done by the previous analysts and downloaders, correct?
That's correct.
Bengishilo ke izolo ukuthi ke ama section 205 noma izicelo abazenza ke kule inkampani esebenza ngomakhala ekhuphini ke zenziwa kulowo ke ongaphambili kwami ke umcwaningi angizange ngikubheke ke lokho.
And you've also never had access to the analysis done by Colonel Stein, correct?
No.
Futhi ke nocwaningo olwenziwa uyena uKenneth Stein angizange ngilithathe ngilibheke ngibone ukuthi yini awayenza nawayithola.
So the point will be, this what contained in Annexure 8, from your perspective, is just an ipsa dixit. It's a say-so by somebody else. It's not you who says SIM card 2 was linked to SIM card 5, and this was verified to be accused number 5 or Lugisani. Is that correct?
Say again?
That's not your first-hand information. This is what is contained in Annexure 8.
No. Wait. Annexure 8.
Yes.
Okay. So the SIM card, Samsung, the SIM card is my analysis. The two SIM cards.
Yes.
The linkages
Yes.
was done where I've put the two numbers on the database from Colonel Stein.
Oh, okay.
And as I already explained, he gave me the whole database after he left, so I don't know what's on the database, but I can't testify on what's on the database.
Exactly.
And that's how it linked to that two numbers.
Uma ubheka ke lana ke kunalama sim card amabili ke loyo umsebenzi ke wona ke umsebenzi wami owenziwa yimina bese ubheka ke la ekuqhathaniswa khona ke noma ekubheka ukuthi kuhlangana kuphi ke ileyo mininingwane leyo ke database engayithola ke kuyena uKenneth Stein.
Let's go to Annexure 7. From your left, the bottom left, yes, right there. There's a number as well that was attributed to accused number 2, and the number will be 2776 264 8460. You see that?
That's correct.
Accused number 2 states that he doesn't recall ever using this number.
As I said, this is found on the database from Colonel Stein.
Le number ke yona ke la ekhoneni u27762648 uthi umsolo wesibili ke akayikhumbuli esebenzisa leya number nanjengoba bengishilo ke lokhu kwatholakala kwimininingwane ekhona noma ke ku database yakhe uKenneth Stein.
My Lord, if I may be given a minute, I just want to see something here. Okay. Let's go to your exhibit DD5 at page 5.
Page 5.
Yes.
DD5. About
Yeah,
the,
paragraph 14.3.
yes.
It says, paragraph 14.3, note that the suspect did change from one service provider, Vodacom, to Cell C, as picked up from the downloads.
That's correct, yes.
What does that mean?
That he went from one service provider, he was at MTN, and he
Potted.
transported the number to Cell C. He was at Vodacom and transported his number to Cell C.
Lana ke uma ubheka lokho ubhale lana ke ku 40.3 ukuthi qaphela ke ukuthi umsolo wakhe ushintshile ke ukusuka ke ku Vodacom ukuya ke ku Cell C nanjengoba kutholakala kuma downloads. Uthi ke kusho lokho ke ukuthi inamba leyo yakhe ke ithathile ke yase manje iya ku Cell C isuka ku Vodacom.
My lord, if I may take instruction on this.
Yeah.
point. Thank you, my lord. I'm indebted. Accused number. Firstly, perhaps if we look at that, where it says it was ported to Cell C, when was that done?
Doesn't say the date, but here you will see attribute data, unknown network South African, MTN, mobile telephone network South Africa, and then Cell C, LTY, South Africa.
Ukuthi ke kwenziwa nini ke lokhu ukuthi ashintshe ku Vodacom aye ku Cell C akusho ke ngoba achaza iyachaza ke nje ukuthi network engaziwa yasho ke eNingizimu Afrika i-mobile network isho ke futhi ukuthi South Africa bese ithi Cell C Pty.
Now, when I went to accused number 2 now, he says he has never ported his number to Cell C. He's always used Vodacom and MTN.
I can't explain it. This was not extracted by me. This was extracted by the download device network information that's embedded on the card itself.
Lokhu ke uma ethi akakaze yena ke asebenziseke u Cell C lokho asebenzisa u MTN no Vodacom angazi ke lokho akusimina ke owakhipha lokho kodwa ke nanjengoba ibhaliwe ke laphana ukuthi ke imininingwane noma information noma ulwazi loliyana ke olukumakhala kokhukhwini uqobo noma kanye ne network.
Okay. Now, at paragraph 9, yes, of your is it so sorry? Not paragraph, what is this?
Yes.
Is it? I just want the relevant part where it says the divide. So sorry, it's not even paragraph. Sorry. Yeah, at page 3 of exhibit DD in brackets 5.
Yes.
Where it says, and paragraph 9 thereof, the Samsung model SMJ 500F/DS with IMEI numbers 3532 9008 509 8895 and 3532 910885 889 was not downloaded due to security pattern, and I'll end up there. Now, this is for my clarification, because my understanding was this, and you explained it yesterday, that because it's a dual SIM card, it will be given another IMEI number.
2 IMEI numbers, that's correct.
Okay. Because my understanding was that a mobile device, and I'm standing subject to correction here, a mobile device has got simply one fingerprint, one identification mark that is uniquely for that particular device.
If it's not a dual SIM,
Yes.
If it's a dual SIM, they'll have 2 IMEI numbers.
Nanjoma usho ukuthi kulwazi lwakho ukuthi umakhalekhukhwini ngamunye unale number ke ebizwa ngokuthi IMEI number eyodwa. Mayiphendula ke uthi yebo kukanjalo uma kuwukuthi lo makhalekhukhwini lo akana ma SIM card amabili, kodwa kuma kuwukuthi kunama SIM card amabili nalama IMEI number azoba mabili.
Now, with respect to the numbers that accused number 2 says he was using at the relevant time period closer to his arrest, 2020, 2018, 19, he was using the following 2 numbers. The first number is the one that is on your analysis, which is 060, but on your analysis it will be 2760 901 6890. And the other number will be 2765 567 7733. And this number here, although he does not dispute it, that is marked as Vodacom/cell C, because we are still waiting for the 205s, because he's been in custody for too long. He says he doesn't recall it, but I'm putting it specifically. He's not denying or admitting it until we get those things, because he says he can't recall some of the stuff.
I understand, but this is the 2 SIM cards that was found inside the phone.
Yes.
So that's how we identify the number.
Lana ke umsolo wesibili uthi ke ama number ayewasebenzisaka ngaleso sikhathi yena ke u060 901 6890 kanye ke no27 655 677733. Kodwa ke kunale number ke oyishoyo ke wena lana ke ethi Vodacom/Cell C akavumi akaphiki. Uthi ke kungenzeka ke kodwa ke salindele isiqiniseko salokho ukuthi kwakungenzeka ukuthi nayo ke kwakuyinamba wayisebenzisa, kodwa lokho akavumi kwaye futhi ke akaphiki. Kusalindeleka labo fakazi laba ababuya khona ke laba abasebenza ngawo ama cellphone, nanjengoba ngishilo ke ukuthi ama number lana ke atholakala kulama SIM card amabili.
Now, with respect to the last activity on the device, how would we determine the last activity on the device? Say, for example, in his instance, he says, I was arrested on the 16th of June 2020, and the phones were seized from me, and I've never had access to them ever since. Then we see from the photos that we were discussing 17.9 and that's paragraphs that there are other data that was created after the arrest. Then how do we determine when was the last activity on the phone in that instance?
The downloader must testify about that. I can't testify. I don't know when it was last used.
Uma kuukuthi ke manje sesifuna ukubona ukuthi ke ukugcina ke kwakhe ukuthi ke asebenzeke nefone noma ke okugcina okwenziwa kuyena umakhalekhukhwini kwenziwa nini lokho singakuthola kuphi ke noma kanjani ke lokho, nanjengoba eshoke yena ukuthi nge-16 zika June 2020 waboshwa base ke bobabili umakhalekhukhwini bakhe ke bayaphucwa noma bayathathwa ke amaphoyisa. Loyo ke ekuyena owenza ama download uyena ke osengaphendula ke loyo mbuzo lowo.
My Lord, I'm almost done. Let me just find out if there's something that I know. Now, the last question, perhaps, Lieutenant Colonel. With respect to your analysis, it wouldn't show, say, for example, there are alleged communication between, say, for example, accused number 1 and 2. It wouldn't show the date of that communication, when, the duration, and all of that. Is that correct? That's somebody else's job.
That's under section 205.
Yes.
Kucwaningo lwakhe ke angeke kutshengiseke asithi ke kwakunenkulumo noma ukuxhumana kwakukhona phakathi ke kukaMmangali lokuqala kanye nowesibili angeke kunikeze ngemininingwane yalokho uthi lokho ke ilabo ke abenze lesicelo lesike noma basebenza ngaso isicelo se205 ukusebenza kwamafoni.
As the court pleases, my lord, that is all I had for the witness.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Nisi.